What do you want?
The views and opinions expressed in the following podcast do not necessarily reflect those of the DVM production empire. That's how you know it's good.
You're listening to the DVM production empire. Packed with content, millions of downloads, taking the world by force. Join the empire today at dvmpe.com.
Groovy. The people who brought you Is That What You Call Music in association with Juggalo Nation.
Whoop, whoop.
We bring you
Fuck yeah, bitch, it's Christmas!
with your favorite holiday songs, Carol of the Dells.
It's about a nice lady from Wisconsin.
I Saw Mommy Kissing Kavanaugh.
Because it's topical!
And Down with the Sickness.
I just really like the song. I put it on every mixtape I make.
Call in the next 5 minutes and you get an extra CD. It's beginning to look a lot like Hanukkah.
For the Jews!
And 2 monogrammed Fago cups. Order now. What's going on, Empire? It's Stupid Talking Stupid on the DVM Production Empire. I'm Patrick.
And I'm Bear, and we read the stupid, so you don't have to. Even after long breaks.
After extremely long breaks.
Boy, if you want to hear some of the shenanigans I went through with this move that sidelined the podcast for a month, be sure to stay tuned to the end of the episode.
That's right.
Because, well, I say the end, but it's probably going to be like the last third of the episode. We're going to get to it in our Close Encounters of the Stupid Kind segment. But first, we got our good old-fashioned regular stupid to go through.
Regular stupid.
I know, this whole time
regular stupid news.
You've been uninformed with the stupid.
I have. I've been watching other forms of stupid.
Yeah, not the fun kind of stupid.
No, just
not,
stupid.
Not the kind of stupid where it's like, you know, a Houston mayor is actively against sex robot brothels. Like, we can't get that kind of stupid just anywhere. You could pretty much get that in Houston.
He's actively against it?
Oh, he's actively against it. This is I got a few different stories about, well, a couple stories, but there's been a couple updates to one of the stories.
Sex robots.
So before we get into the Houston mayor being against the sex robot brothel.
Okay.
As it turns out, legal prostitutes are against sex doll brothel, the epidemic of sex doll brothels as well.
Is that like in like Vegas?
Yes. So there are for this story they interviewed a bunch of sex workers that work in Las Vegas. They work at Sherry's Ranch. They're concerned about the negative impact sex doll brothels will have on their profession, and wondering if these establishments should even be allowed in North America and the United States, because obviously they're bad. They're trying to take away they took our jobs.
They took our jobs. All of the jobs.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they're doing some jobs that they don't want to do.
Right, especially just being quiet. That's actually
prostitutes.
That's actually one of the concerns about one of them, because they have an issue with. They feel like it promotes. Her name is Roxanne Price, a sex worker at Sherry's Ranch, believes that in addition to promoting an unhealthy sex life, sex doll brothels lead to a more violent attitude towards sex workers and women in general, because you can kind of just do whatever you want with the sex doll, kind of like the one that we were talking about in the previous episode. But they wanted to make that one sentient, so
right.
it could it could shut down and be like, okay, now we're talking. Okay, it's weird, man. What's wrong with a flashlight? Doesn't have a face on it. If you want to do something, just go with that, man.
But the weirdos want the face. Here's my question. And wouldn't...
Hold on, this is your one question?
Is
your one question about sex dolls and a sex doll brothel.
Wouldn't the the legal sex workers be like, yeah, take all your weird shit to the robots.
You'd think that? Because they'd be like, yeah, there's some things I don't want to do. You can go get with the Craftsman.
Yeah.
It's the brand and the name. It wears overalls.
I was just thinking it would be like Ever Ready. That's a sex joke.
I know.
Okay. Snap on.
Gross.
Sex tool.
Is that like Tool but performed by like sex workers?
Yes.
It's a weird cover band.
Yeah.
It's all theremins played with dildos. You know, it sounds the same. Oh, it's 46 and 2. Yeah, okay, I get it now. One of the sex workers, Alyssa,
Of course.
said that she I know, it's Allissa.
Okay.
Jeez, I was just throwing it out there. She said that she became concerned about the negative implications of promoting sex with inanimate dolls resembling women when she learned that at least one sex doll rental business, Kinky S Dolls, has been open in Canada for over a year with plans on expanding to the U.S. In fact, Los Angeles has its own doll rental agency called Vivint Dolls, so that you can rent the dolls, but you can't take yourself to church there.
Right.
But with Kinky S Dolls, it's a brothel. I didn't want to look up I didn't want to have that in my search history,
Right.
so I was like, the story has enough
They
information.
have a lot of stuff in California that's weird, like weird rentals. Like, do you have another California rental story in there?
No.
Okay. I guess it would probably fall under goat news.
I'm sorry, do you have goat news?
I do have goat news.
You don't even have the song ready. Wait.
I have goat news.
Goat news.
This is breaking goat news.
We have one segment
I know,
on our show.
But this is breaking goat news. And our source is the New York Post.
Oh my god.
Oh, yeah. The title was, "These Goats Are Taking Over LA's Party Scene." This is the one I saw, and I thought for sure you would have had it. But since you said you didn't have any other goat-related rental, basically, Spanky and Pippin are a pair of Nigerian dwarf goats.
Is it like the Corys?
Yes. It costs $99 an hour to get the goats on the guest list through a service called Party Goats LA. To get the goats ready, a goat mom dresses them up, prints purple. That's his legacy. Lace-cuffed velvet jackets, and wraps their horn in brightly colored tape. And
Like they're raver girls?
Yeah. People love to get on all fours and have Spanky and Pippin jump on their backs.
I'm sorry. So the point is, you rent a goat for $100 an hour.
Yes.
And then they get all dressed up like a little raver girl, and then
Yes.
they mount you.
Yes. No, but they stand on your back.
Oh.
It's not sexual.
To you.
Well, I'm just saying.
Have you ever paid a goat to stand on you?
No, but
Then you don't
20-year-old
know.
student Torian Milot, student of what? They're so friendly and they're just so nice to be around because you can definitely tell they love humans. And they are just a lot of fun. She's probably a communications major. Some people love Pippin because he's really cute. But he's the cute, dumb one because Spanky's intellectual.
Oh, of course.
He's the goat
one
you
with
can
the
talk about
eyeglass.
politics.
He's got the pipe.
Yeah, he's
The
sitting there.
sweater.
He talks about those records, those like alt bands that you should really listen to.
He's got a
but
novel
no
he's
one's
working
going
on.
to. Yeah. But yeah, and then some people really like Spanky because he's more chill and quiet, and they feel like they could connect with him more.
Which one of the goats brought the X? Or are they more of Molly goats?
We've been to parties with DJs where there's a lot of music, and I was concerned about how they would react to it. Pippin fell asleep. It was totally calm and chill and fine in that environment. These aren't sentences, by the way. And it didn't really seem to hurt their ears or anything like that. Well, you've just wrapped their horns in colorful tape. I mean, but the best is the fucking picture. We'll put it on. I'll get it. We'll put it on. That chick is having so much fun with that goat standing on her back.
That's the second most fun she had on all fours that night.
In a way, it's kind of like who wore it best. Anyway.
Speaking of inhumane.
that is the end of breaking goat news.
Oh, thank God.
We now bring you back to our regularly scheduled stupid.
About sex brothels or sex doll brothels. Alyssa says it's dehumanizing, dehumidifying.
Yeah, I was gonna say
because
no
one's getting wet thinking about you fucking this doll.
No.
Oh man, this shop vac. You know what I'm saying?
You could intensify the suction.
I really should be
just a Dyson with hair.
What? I prefer the bladeless, aka the hairless.
Guy? Are you tired of girls who just want to be quiet? We have fixed that.
It never loses suction.
Never loses suction, and there's no bag attached.
And a new model for pets. Gross. Where'd that guy go?
I don't know.
He sold some vacuums and just left.
He just seems like kind of like he'd be like one of the guys that like doesn't really believe that the Holocaust happened, and then they're like, let's get him off TV.
Mm-hmm. Maybe he was right on the verge of having a scandal, but that was like the last scandal you could sweep under the rug. Before it's like, oh, you guys know Jared fucks kids?
Yeah, they were like, thank God the Dyson guy never got found out.
Yeah. What did he do? Started the Holocaust. Yeah.
Yeah. He was there. He looks great.
Yeah. Shaved his mustache.
All that vacuum money.
Yeah. Turns out he has a small one attached to his neck in the back. Pulls his face back. He's actually 97 years old.
And Hitler.
Vacuum can't hide that.
Can't hide
the vacuum can't hide
the Hitler.
Can't hide the disdain.
In fact, that used to be their original slogan. Mm-hmm. Dyson. Can't hide the Hitler.
They could not sell anything. They used to sell microwave ovens.
Oh, man. And there's the line. Anyway, next.
What kind of voice should I be doing for Alyssa?
Oh, God. I think Alyssa, like, it can't be like I already just did it with the mm-hmm. goat party girl, so I don't know.
Sex workers offer more than just a simulation of a woman.
Say pumpkin spice latte.
Pumpkin spice latte.
There you go.
We offer authentic intimacy and two-way affection that our clients deeply crave and sincerely benefit from. Offering sex dolls as a substitute for human sex workers is not only an insult to sex workers, she just likes saying sex workers.
Yeah.
I was like, you can just say whore. I know it's so demeaning.
How did I take you a little bit more seriously?
Yeah. But it's also an insult to the millions of clients that seek genuine sexual and emotional connections with professional women like me every day. Why is... If Gerald comes off the street and wants to fuck a shop vac, how is that...
He's just going to go to Home Depot and buy a shop vac.
How is that upsetting to Timothy that's going in there and be like, I'm banging a woman? How dare you bang a shop vac?
I don't know. I just like the idea of Gerald. Hi, welcome to Home Depot. Can I help you?
Yeah, I'm looking for. You guys got like a wet vac shot, like shop vacs?
Yeah, of course we got shop vacs.
Okay.
What kind of job you doing?
It's just inside the home.
Yeah. Did you have a flood of some sort?
If I wait long enough.
Oh, Gerald.
Yes.
You gonna fuck this shop vac?
Did the other store call you?
Yes, they called me.
Well, I'm not going to fuck this one here.
Well, we appreciate that. They had to close down at Home Depot.
They said I could try it in the store. It was a floor model.
It was a floor model, but next
she
to it
was slutty. I couldn't help it.
I had a whole thing about a setup where they had some water there, and they were going to be like, look how easy it was. But nope, she was slutty. And what was her name? Shopback. Yeah, I don't think Timmy cares. I don't think Timmy's going to be like, wait a minute, what?
Yeah.
There's an automated one?
I like how presumptuous she is. Like, you know, my clients will care that y'all are out. It's like, do you think other people care that he's your client? Like, does that keep...
And here's the thing. I can go to the self-service register at Jewel, but I prefer to go to the real person. Mm-hmm. I do have a choice.
Yeah.
And I don't mind the choice, like if I have two things. But chances are that thing's not going to work right.
Right.
And I can just go to a person and get done.
You're going to have a person come over. They're not even going to help you. They're going to tell you what you did wrong.
And oddly enough, more often than not, if I'm going to the self-service thing, it's because I really don't want to talk to anybody right now.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to go and don't want to hear comments. Oh, you making chili? Yeah, I got all this is all stuff for chili. Oh, I love chili. Yeah, okay, just I can run the thing. I'm just saying, it's not, you know, they have both.
So yeah, the women in the sex industry do not like sex doll brothels. Houston mayor does not like sex doll brothels. Makes me believe the Houston mayor is a slut. No, he's the same business, the Kinky S Dolls, the one that they already have a location in Toronto. They were on track to open a location in Houston in October of this year.
Okay.
But then the mayor decided he was going through and checking the city's legal department to see whether there are existing ordinances that could prohibit this type of business, or if an ordinance could be amended to either limit or regulate it. He said, just like with other sexual-oriented businesses, you can't be close to daycares, schools, churches, synagogues, things of that nature. That's probably the only time he's ever thrown out synagogue.
I know, right? Oh, you're worried about the Jewish population of Houston?
What if they're fucking a sex doll?
All 10 of them.
And,
I like how he's looking for existing legislation. It's like, we are going to bring House Resolution 1484 to the floor. This has to do with the easement over by the school, the property of whether or not, and point of order, Mr. Chairman. Oh yes, we recognize Bartholomew. I would like to add in an amendment about what if there's like sex robots.
Bartholomew, I told you, there are no sex robots.
There might be. And then one day, you are going to wish that this legislation was there. I vote that we pass it right now.
He's been drinking in the sun today.
I'll tell you what I've been drinking. I've been drinking the future. And the future is a robot. A sexual robot.
Okay, can we just put that in there so he can just shut up about it?
Okay, yeah, we'll do that. All in favor of Bartholomew's crazy sex robot legislation, say aye. Hey. All opposed?
Hey.
You are a janitor, sir. You do not get a vote.
Sorry.
The motion is passed. The sex robot legislation is in, and the kids will get their land for the high school.
I was wondering what year you're going to make it. That year was going to be in the horse and buggy.
So it is
like
1848. What do you think will occur one day?
The Indians are coming around in their attacking the wagons, and sex robots are on the horizon. As he says, look, I'm not trying to be the moral police, but I am charged with the health and safety of the people in our city, and I do want to make sure that an ordinance that came into existence in the 1990s is applicable to things that are taking place today.
We'll Febreze the crap out of it, Mr. Mayor.
There was a Change.org petition got over 8,000 signatures. People like, I don't want you fucking robots. Y'all ain't be fucking robots. And now the update to the story is the Houston City Council prevented the brothel because they altered a local ordinance to block the business and any others like it. By the way, the Houston mayor, Sylvester Turner. I know, Sylvester, you're like...
Oh, Sylvester.
Your name has a mustache.
Right. And a monocle.
And chewing tobacco just sitting in it.
My one eye is worse than the other. That is why I only wear one glass.
So there was a vote that amounted to the modification of existing city ordinance. It was not targeted at any specific business. And the law or the modification that they put in is you cannot engage in sexual activities with any inanimate objects at the business. So you can have a business where you sell the dolls, but you can't fuck them there. Basically, they don't want you fucking non-living things.
Johnny, what do you got? Is that my stapler?
Maybe.
You put down that stapler. You know you're not allowed to fuck inanimate objects in the business.
I have papers I need to collate.
Oh, you're collating papers?
Yeah.
I should just stand here and watch you collate these papers?
Well, do you watch Susie staple papers?
Susie's not trying to fuck a stapler.
You don't know that.
I do, in fact, know that.
Where is she right now?
She is at home with my children. She is my wife.
Okay, and you got staplers at home, don't you?
No, we do not have staplers in the house.
Okay, well, then there's got to be something. You got a shop vac?
Yeah, we got a shop vac.
Ooh.
But that is what I fuck. And it is not in the workplace.
You don't think you have an open marriage? Maybe she's fucking shop vac too?
Did you hear something?
No,
Are you trying to tell me that my wife is having an affair with my own shop vac?
What? No, I didn't.
You tell me! You tell me!
The stapler told me. It was pillow talk. I just picture him using the stapler and like clinking it together and make it talk. Did you hear?
Did you hear about Sally and shop vac?
Oh my god!
No stapler. I did not hear anything about that. It totally happened.
And then when it gets angry, you click it a little bit so that when the staple starts to come out, it's like, don't you show your teeth at me. It's like an angry duck. And after we're going to take a quick commercial break.
Brought to you by Swingline. Not really.
Man, this is a really nice shirt.
Oh, you like it? It's my DVMPE shirt.
Yeah, I mean, where could a guy like me get a shirt like that?
Just go to dvmpe.com and click on the store link.
That sounds easy. But I bet a nice shirt like that costs like $50 or more.
Where do you buy clothes? Look, there's a wide range of products at the DVMPE store, from shirts to coffee mugs to buttons. They've even got these cool new watches for sale.
It looks to me like I need to get to the DVMPE store today so I can show my support for the best podcast network all around, the DVM Production Empire.
I like to listen to DVMPE podcasts while drinking coffee out of my DVM Production Empire coffee mug.
Maybe the DVMPE will feature my pictures if I'm wearing a shirt like that and send it to them. What's the website again?
DVMPE.com.
And now on this week on people taking selfies ruined everything.
Ugh.
Aside from there's data out there that like hundreds of people within the last year have died while taking selfies.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Sorry. That's not supposed to be funny?
Yeah.
It's hilarious. You and your vanity.
Well, they have also managed to ruin a sunflower farm in Canada. You figure a big open field of sunflowers would be perfect for
a murder.
On the Orient
the
Express.
Happiest murder I've ever seen. Look at all the sunflowers, the way the sun's...
A sunflower farm in Canada had to close its doors its gates to Instagrammers, Snapchatters, and other selfie motherfuckers. Because thousands of people flooded the grounds to take photos there. It caused a backup in traffic, and the public that showed up damaged the grounds because they were stomping everywhere and just
Idiots.
trampling everything. The Bogle family, which operates the farm Bogle Seeds in Hamilton, Ontario, said on its website that, unfortunately, with the police involved, we have had to close photo opportunities after a traffic jam plugged roads for hours on one Saturday back in July. The incident occurred just over a week after the Bogles decided to open their farm to photographers, since people were doing it anyway. They decided to charge $7.50 per person. They said, okay, you can come and take your pictures here. $7.50 per person. They had thousands of people show up. I'm like, wow, you found a way to make your farm hella profitable.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's a farm in Illinois that's the world's largest corn maze.
Mm-hmm.
And so they do that every year, and people come and, they do the whole ordeal.
They said that the turning it into a public attraction like this kind of turned it into more of like a zombie apocalypse. The amount of people, the mass of people that showed up.
Well, remember the zombie thing we went to? That was somebody's farm, wasn't it? It was like corn maze.
Yeah, but that was a fucking huge land with parking and like a structured setup.
Right.
This was, well, I guess if you want, you can come and we'll do it. But then they had, everyone showed up all at the same time, essentially. So instead of...
We gotta rush!
Yeah. Because it was too perfect of a photo opportunity, because there's like, the one picture they have on there was a massive field of sunflowers that are in full bloom with a little walkway in the middle that's grass, so you can do the typical Instagram pose of walking, like someone takes a picture of your back while you're walking through the field, like, look at me in my big oversized hat.
I fucking hate that shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's like clearly staged.
Oh yeah, it's the worst.
These people suck.
That's why most of the time when someone posts a picture of them, like, oh, we went apple picking, I'm like, but did you want to, or did you just want the pictures?
Yeah. Hashtag living my best life.
Hashtag fall forever.
If you put more than like 3 hashtags on your photo, you're really just fooling yourself. It's all desperation. Like, the entire, like, when they make like a fucking paragraph of hashtags. You're like, who are you trying to convince here?
So the Hamilton Police and the Ontario Provincial Police had to be called in to help control the traffic, with one officer telling a nearby neighbor that officers had estimated the crowds at 7,000 cars.
I got so many sunflowers!
Yeah, the farm owner said that the crops were trampled by people who refused to follow instructions from the staff. And on their website, it states that although photo opportunities have been ceased on the farm, they're still open for bird seed and other product sales during the regular hours. But if you try to show up and start taking pictures, they will throw you the fuck out. You ever get bounced out of a farm?
Move along. That selfie looks staged anyway.
Like, instead of having a bunch of police officers there directing traffic, now they just have one old guy on a porch.
I wouldn't take that photo if I were you.
He doesn't have any rounds. He just sits there and just cocking the shotgun. Just the sound alone. Like, okay.
I don't think you've got anything in that shotgun. Want to test me?
Mm-hmm.
Take out that cell phone. Give it a try.
Who do you think's got a better shot? Me or your phone?
I've got 0
Well,
filter.
it's the new iPhone.
Hashtag no filter.
Hashtag day drunk. Might hit your kid instead. You really want to take that?
You
chance?
hashtag used to be living your best life.
Hashtag tiny coffin.
Hashtag I told you.
So the family farm has attracted visitors from as far away as Dubai, New York, and Australia. So people from around the world flooded this damn farm and ruined it for everyone.
It's hilarious. Where are you going? Oh, I'm hopping on my private jet and going out to see a sunflower farm. Yeah, that's a good use of your money.
Personally, I'd rather just grab a bag of sunflower seeds. Do that.
I can't stand sunflower seeds.
Well, they don't like you either.
Well, I just sit next to somebody on a plane once eating barbecue flavored sunflower
That's just
seeds,
rude.
and I wanted to throw up.
That's rude.
All I heard was... I'm like, I'm going to vomit. And so I was literally reading...
And the smell.
I was reading a book, and I had my headphones and music on, and you have no idea how hard that is.
What was the sound again? This concludes the ASMR section of Stupid's Talking Stupid.
Hope nobody vomited.
So now we're going to get into a little bit of the, it's not Skynet, but it is a little stupid. I think it's stupid.
Stupid, man.
Have you heard of Shiru Cafe?
No.
Well, of course not, because it's located near Brown University in Providence, Rhode Island.
Okay. I'm more of a Berkeley fan.
Well, they are, they're not planning on going over there. So now here's the thing.
Boycott!
All the customers are students of Brown University.
Right.
If you don't have a college ID, they will not serve you.
Okay.
It's not on campus. It's near the school.
Okay. That's limited, but that's okay.
Mm-hmm. So now here's the thing. Sarah Ferris, the assistant manager at Shiru Cafe, said, we definitely have some people that walk in off the street and are a little confused and a little taken aback when we can't sell them any coffee. She will churn away customers if they're not college students or faculty members. The cafe allows professors to pay, but students, the only way that they can get service is with their personal information. So you get free coffee, but to get the free coffee, university students must give away their names, phone numbers, email addresses, and majors. Students also provide dates of birth, professional interests, and entering all the information in an online form. And by doing so, the students also open themselves up to receiving information from corporate sponsors who pay the cafe to reach its clientele through logos, apps, digital ads, on screens in stores and on mobile devices, signs, surveys, and even baristas. It's a Japanese-owned cafe, and on their website it explains Shiru's mission and philosophy. Through a free drink. No, I'm not going to do that. Through a free drink, we try to give students some information which sponsor company would like to inform exclusively for university students to diverse their choices of their future career. It's a little bit of a rough...
Have you seen Maniac on Netflix yet?
No.
There's a device in it where it's like, if you don't have money to buy something, there's a thing called Ad Buddy, and literally a person will, like, say I went into this coffee shop. Mm-hmm. And so I went to the coffee shop. I wanted a muffin and a fucking coffee, but I don't have any money.
Well, that's perfect. All you have to do is give them your personal information.
Well, in this case, you have to do Ad Buddy. So someone sits with you while you drink the coffee and eat the muffin and tells you about potential deals.
That's essentially what this is.
Yeah. Only with it's a person.
Yeah.
Like at one point in time, she makes a comment about wanting to go somewhere. And she's like, so could I take a bus and just have you read ads to me the entire time and they'd pay for it? And she's like, yeah, I think so. You know, it's like... She's like, and that would be like a real adventure. It's like, yeah, this is my adventure, not yours. You guys you're just going to read ads while you pay for it. But anyway, that's the beginning of that.
Now, remember, this is about Brown University, so when I say this part, I need you to understand it's about Brown University. 2 Brown students, in a letter to the Brown Daily Herald, called for a boycott of the cafe, calling into question the principles of some sponsor companies. According to the Herald's article about Shiru Cafe, last year 40% of JP Morgan Japan's new hires were Shiru Cafe patrons. The statistic is alarming given that J.P. Morgan engaged in deceitful financial practices which likely contributed to the 2008 financial crisis and then became the only large financial institution to make a profit during the crisis. So now they're saying that a lot of people that frequent these kind of cafes are being targeted by certain companies.
Okay.
And so it's like, okay, a shitty company is sponsored. So like, let's say the law offices of the devil want to sponsor this.
Hi, welcome to the Shearer Cafe. Can I get you something?
I'll just have a black coffee.
You'd like a black coffee? Okay.
Yeah.
Here, have this while you watch this informative video.
Oh, okay.
Hi, I'm Satan. Are you looking for a brave opportunity after school?
Yeah, I guess, right?
Well, you can come to hell. That's right, come to hell, where we have all manner of openings for any kind of torture scenario you can think of.
Oh, like sitting through this video again?
Yes, that's the first one. I can see you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And I can see in your soul.
Oh my god.
It's either this or venture capitalism.
What kind of torture?
This is like pins in the eyes, and we're gonna make you watch like Saved by the Bell, the college years for eternity.
Oh my god.
You want another bagel?
Will you throw in Good Morning, Miss Bliss?
I'm not sure if we have that, but I mean I can look into it. We do? We have it? Whatever happened to her? Not that she would have been. I mean, it was really supposed to be about her.
Hello.
I'm sorry. We're big. We're big Bell fans around here.
Oh, you're Bellers too?
Yeah, we're definitely Bellers. I'm just, just come out of hell. You'll totally fit in.
Oh man, sounds great.
I mean, here's one question for you.
All right.
Do you think that Kelly should have been with Zach or Slater?
Here's a thing that people don't realize: should have been with Jesse.
Interesting, because I was going to say I always thought that Zach should be with Slater.
Did we just become best friends?
I think we just became best friends.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, get this guy a bagel.
Yeah, give me a bagel, goddammit.
I just need your soul.
Yeah. So, handing over the personal data seems invasive, sure. But I forgot her first name. Sarah Ferris said that students don't seem to mind. She doesn't think that she has seen a single customer refuse to give up their data. One student, Nina Wolf Lando, a junior at Brown University who's studying environmental studies.
What's her name?
Nina Wolf Lando.
That's not real.
I know. Wolf with 2 F's. You're like, woof, 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 woof.
What's that noise out there?
Oh, it's just Nina.
I think it's is she making a noise like a woof woof woof?
No, she's giving her full name.
Oh,
She's trying to get a fucking muffin to go.
don't do it.
Woof, 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 woof. So she's studying environmental studies, which the cafe already knows. And she said that the data collected is easily accessible on LinkedIn or other websites with a quick Google search. So she doesn't really care because, like, everyone's already got this information anyway, so I might as well get some treats. It's owned by the Japanese company Enrishin. Yeah, Enrishin. It operates similar shops in Japan and India. In other locations, corporate sponsors have included big names such as Microsoft, Nissan, and Suzuki. So they got some big wigs coming in there. It's not just like Tom's Tires.
Yeah, I don't know if many Brown graduates are going to go to Tom's Tires.
Well, they get it flat. Where are you going to go? Dave's Tires?
Microsoft's
Suzuki. Tires?
Yep.
I'm just saying. You don't know my
I'm
life.
pretty sure my tire has a virus. Can you fix this?
Alex Inyo, the general manager, wrote in an email that the cafe does not give out data on specific students, but it does provide general aggregate data such as student majors and expected graduation years. Now, in an article to the New York Magazine, Jacob First, a professor of computer security at DePaul University, So the concerns could arise if students were required to connect to the cafe's Wi-Fi, which would allow access to a much wider range of information that could be accessed by the third parties. So now they've already handed over all this information. Then they connect to the Wi-Fi at the place. You get all the information,
Right.
and then it's just I feel like it's identity theft waiting to happen.
It's like it's definitely pointed ads.
Oh, sure.
I mean, I already get that on Amazon now. I was talking about a workbench the other day, and then all of a sudden I got an ad on Amazon for a workbench.
Yeah, there's the thing of, like, if you're having a conversation, like, let's say, about, I don't know, seesaws. And then, like, a day later, there'll be an ad on Facebook. You looking for a seesaw? Why? Why would you do that?
Yeah.
Like, you know I don't trust you.
Right.
You're the devil, too.
Yeah. Come get the seesaw.
But don't worry, Farrah says. They're very good about keeping everyone's information close. They don't sell it. They don't do anything of that sort. They're real safe about it. I think the idea, they're like, no,
it's good.
No, it's fine. They definitely won't sell it to a third party. No one would ever do that.
What's your business model? It's like you had to come up with like a one sentence. Come on.
She's good.
So good.
I handed her my wallet. There's no money in there, but all my information.
All my information and my friend's information.
Mm-hmm.
How'd you get you? Come on.
God damn it! It's like a chain letter. So now we're getting into our school days.
School days.
Block. Because there's a Georgia school that is reinstating paddling as punishment for students.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. School in Hephzibah, Georgia, sent out consent forms to parents informing them of a new policy using paddling as a form of punishment for students. The Georgia School of Innovation and the Classics, that's its name, the Georgia School of Innovation and the Classics, yeah, they brought back paddling.
Oh yeah, a teacher would be like, "You better fucking kill me."
It's a K through 9th grade charter school. So they brought back paddling with a wooden board as a form of discipline. Superintendent Jody Beaulieu said that about 100 parents sent back the form, and nearly one-third gave the school consent to paddle their child.
Oh yeah, beat the crap out of that little bastard.
Yeah, I do it at home. You might as well do it too. It's pretty fun. He cries so much, like a little bitch. He gets real high notes too.
You should see it. If you want to come by, let me know.
In this school, we take discipline very seriously. There was a time where corporal punishment was kind of the norm in school, and you didn't have problems that you have now.
They'd be like, "Yeah, you better fucking kill me, because if I get a hold of that paddle, I'm beating the shit out of you."
He said the parents can deny giving permission to the school. The form sent home explained the steps the school would take to discipline the children. So, some of the rules, it sounds...
Sounds weird.
Well, but aside from having paddling in school, it does sound extra weird.
They probably shouldn't refer to it as that sweet, sweet paddling.
So, step 1, corporal punishment will be administered using a 3-strike policy. When a student is sent to the office for disciplinary purposes, a member of the administrative team will discuss the infraction with the student and notify the parents. A non-corporal punishment may be given at this time, and the student is warned of future possibility of receiving a paddling if improper behavior continues. I was just thinking, like, from The Simpsons, that's a paddling.
That's paddling. Looking at the school canoe. Oh, you better bet that's paddling.
These steps will be taken for the second occurrence of an infraction. Upon being sent to the office for a third time, the student will receive strike 3 and may receive corporal punishment. Parents are notified that their child is to be paddled. The student will be taken into an office and the door closed. The student will place their hands on their knees or a piece of furniture and will be struck on the buttocks with a paddle.
Nope.
Now, come on. Doesn't sound hot?
Nope.
The paddle is to be made of wood and shall not exceed 24 inches in length, 6 inches in width, and 3/4 inch in thickness. No more than 3 licks can be given. Like, you said paddling this whole time. Now you're saying licks.
Yeah.
Like, I understand.
Make up your mind.
Yeah.
How creepy do you want to make this?
Seriously, one's four.
Sky's the limit.
I guess we're doing all of foreplay. Corporal punishment is to be administered by an administrator in the presence of an adult witness. Oh, great. So it's a cuck.
Right. I'm dean in charge of paddling. This is my witness, Mo. Calm down, Mo. We ain't started yet.
Yeah, I did.
Mo, come on. You got to be a witness to this.
Yeah, I'm watching.
This is some serious stuff.
I know.
That's right. This girl wants to go to Brown one
day. Yeah, we can take her to Brown.
What did I tell you, Mo?
I'm just watching.
What?
There's a snake in my pants. I gotta get him.
Mo, I told you that.
No, he's spitting on her.
I told you that. You were going to lose this job. You go back to prison. You lose this job. Oh, Lord.
Alright, fuck the rest of that story.
Yeah, I'm dead.
Michigan cheerleader.
You're going to get better than the adventures of Mo.
A Michigan cheerleader in high school was trying to get some votes for homecoming queen. So she decided to... how do you think she'd try to gain some votes?
By making friends
Mm-hmm.
with her mouth.
With their mouth.
Oh, their mouth.
By giving them pot brownies.
Oh, there you go.
Mm-hmm. On her dick.
That's not what I thought. I thought she was gonna. I thought we were getting exchanging sexual favors.
17-year-old girl was caught selling marijuana-laced treats after the Hartford High School officials received an anonymous tip through the app OK2Say. Snitches get snitches.
No.
Stitches.
Yeah.
I said stitches in my brain.
And then came out snitches and snitches.
Mm-hmm. They're hand in hand. Snitches and snitches.
Snitches get snitches.
Some of the brownies were put in
Snitchers
football
get
teams' homecoming week goodie bags.
Yeah.
So they're just handing them out to... Authorities recovered 3 of the 12 brownies.
Fucking nerd was like, I better call somebody.
Can I have a brownie? No! I'm telling. There. That's how it happened.
How it happened.
And
I heard they have drugs in them. We're not supposed to do drugs.
I'll show you my bra.
Fine, but I'm telling.
I'm telling on you then.
But I'll tell that you told. You know why? Because snitches get snitches.
Damn it. I guess we're dating. And now the fun part, the girl accused of handing out the brownies is, quote, out of state with her mother for a family emergency. Quick, run!
Get a car!
Get a car!
What about homecoming? Never fucking mind it. Get in a car!
We're moving. We're going to Grandma's.
Grandma's dead. We're going to go visit the grave. Get in a car.
I buried some coke next to her. And now, in closing out our school days block, a mother of this is in St. Louis, Missouri, a mother of a high school student, Ladue high school student,
Ladue.
She filed a lawsuit because her son did not make the varsity soccer team and then was not allowed to play on the JV team. Now, before you get all crazy, he played on the JV team last year. He's pretty good.
Okay.
But one of the things they do at this school is you can make the JV team. If you try out for the varsity team, though, and you don't make it, then you can't play on the JV team.
Why not?
I don't know. That's just what they do.
You should have wanted to play for JV. If you would have made it. Until then, shut it.
I think it's more of a way of the way they're looking at it is you really have to be ready to try out for varsity instead of having everyone always wanting to try.
I guess.
It's like, no, Seth, you know you suck. Just...
But I want to be on varsity.
Okay, but you are awful.
Ugh.
If I could cut you from the team, I would.
So I'm on the team?
You're on the JV team.
I don't want to be on the JV team. I want to be on the team.
Are you saying you want to try out for varsity?
I'm ready to try out for varsity.
Oh my God, the day has come. Yes, Seth, come try out for varsity. You do know. He becomes the devil. You do know if you try out for varsity and don't make it, no soccer for you this year.
I understand.
kick this ball.
And he, like,
Charlie
takes a
Brown.
kick, and then Charlie Brown's him. But you're going to pull it away.
I promise I'm not.
But you're the devil.
Only on the outside.
Who are you on the inside?
Got a heart of gold.
Ooh, okay, I'm going to give it a try.
It was fool's gold.
Oh, damn it.
But
No soccer for you.
the woman's attorney said the issue is age and sex discrimination.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so the school official said if a junior does not make the varsity team, the boy cannot play again on the junior varsity team. The school said this is allow lower grade students a chance to develop their skills so that they will be prepared to try out for varsity. I don't understand. That's just what they do. The mother of the junior who did not make the varsity cut does not think that's fair. She believes her son, who already played on JV last year, is good enough to play again on the same team. The coach sent the family an email that said her son was on the bubble when it came to picking varsity team members. He wrote that the boy has holes in his technical ability and game decision making. So the family appealed to the coach's ruling to the superintendent, who decided the complaint was fucking stupid and go away. So then the mother decided to file a lawsuit. And the courtroom testimony for the coach indicated that 7 juniors cut from the varsity team were not good enough to play with on the JV. Indicated that the 7 juniors cut from the varsity team were not good enough to play with on the JV team. He said the reason he said nice things about John Doe was to build his self-esteem and not punch him in the gut right after being cut from the varsity team.
Oh, that's nice.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't mean you're not good. Just because you suck, it doesn't mean you're not good.
Yeah, like, you can't run with the ball, but you have a great haircut.
I suppose.
Good job, Derek. You into super cuts. I can tell because you have a super cut.
I did. It was $7.
Oh man, it looks.
We had a coupon.
It looks like it would cost $9.
That's what $2 off is the coupon. You know your haircut, sir.
And there's been an update to the story. U.S. District Judge John Ross threw out the idea of a temporary restraining order that would allow their child to play soccer on the JV team. It's because this is stupid.
Ma'am, you've wasted my time and yours.
But most importantly, my time.
You're stupid. Get out.
And now for a segment called Who Shoots at the Worst Things? Both of these things are imaginary, but I want you to guess, or not guess, I want you to decide who's worse.
Sure.
A Pennsylvania man drunkenly fired a shotgun inside his apartment because he feared there were clowns inside.
Oh, that's legit.
35-year-old Nathan Matthias said the shooting only really put his first floor neighbor in danger. The police said that, but so because there was no one really else around and he was in a second floor apartment, really the only person that was in danger besides him was his neighbor that lived on the first floor. They found him
he takes stuff out of the dryer and puts it on top of the machine. Even though the basket's sitting right there.
Police say they found Matthias clutching a shotgun outside his house, claiming he was trying to shoot 2 small clowns. His attorney says his client wasn't trying to harm anyone, but was reacting to, quote...
Trying to harm the clowns.
Was reacting to, quote, some type of hallucinatory event. He has since taken full responsibility and apologized. So now we have the imaginary clown shooter, or Christian DeVoe, a 25-year-old from Toland, Connecticut.
They're worse. Just for that name.
Who told police he was a paranormal investigator. He faces several charges after firing shots in his house at what he told police may have been a ghost. He was indicted on 5 counts, including illegal discharge of a firearm, making a false statement to police, second-degree reckless endangerment, misusing an emergency call, and disorderly conduct.
And 4 counts of being a wackadoo.
He put 2 bullet holes in his wall, and then reported it as an attempted break-in. And he later told police it was an intruder, and it was a ghost.
Hello, police.
Yes.
I need somebody to come here right now. Abraham Lincoln is in my house.
God damn it! It's the wackadoo again.
Are you there? Hello?
Yes, I'm here. Yes.
Abraham Lincoln is in my house.
What's he wearing?
He's wearing a black suit, and he's got a top hat, and he's got a beard.
Okay.
I just don't get it, because there's no formal wear, and I don't understand why he's always wearing that. And I tried to ask him, and he got all mad.
Okay, what did he say when he got mad?
He said that he thought he wanted to go somewhere cool, and with a cool person, because I'm not cool. And then he asked me if I knew any cool people, and I was like, yeah, I know some cool people. And then he said, what's your Gettysburg Address? I mean, I don't even mind the pun. It's just not a really good one, but he's just being a dick.
Okay, you need to send 2 units. Not lethal. He's having bad. Sir?
Yeah. Do you guys talk about watching Lethal Weapon?
Yeah, it's a good show.
I love that show.
We have a couple cars coming out. They're gonna come check out the.
You hear that, Abe? They're coming for you.
Yeah,
they're coming for you.
You make sure that you keep your eye on him. Don't let him go nowhere.
That's right. They're gonna emancipate you from up in this place.
Dave, lethal. Fucking shoot him. Okay.
Just shoot him. He's done.
So who's worse, imaginary clown guy or ghost guy?
I'd say, well, ghost guy put 2 bullets into the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have neighbors?
It doesn't say.
I'd say that the fucking clown guy's worse, because he could have injured somebody who was not being harassed by clowns.
Would it change your mind if I said state police told the newspaper that DeVoe had made a similar report back in 2011? So he's done this before.
I think they're both equally terrible.
And now in the block of... Oh, you're trying to pull a fast one, aren't you? We have 3 quick contenders. I want you to say, who do you think is the best at pulling a fast one? First, we have Kanisha Posey, a Florida woman.
Oh, Florida.
I know, is kind of cheating. She was one of 2 passengers in a car that was pulled over. Police said the car smelled like marijuana. After searching the car, cocaine and marijuana were found in separate bags inside a purse that Posey had on her lap. When questioned about the drugs, Posey said, "It's a windy day. It must have flown through the window and into my purse." Then we have a Kuwaiti fish shop, who in an effort to try to make their fish more lively, they put googly eyes on their fish.
God.
And then the third one, we have an Australian racehorse owner who got a quite the ban and fine because of the name he gave his horse. The managing owner, Stuart Ruse, registered his filly with the name Andiamo Fica. But with Racing Australia rules require all racing horse names to be approved by a registrar, Stewards quickly realized that the name it's an Italian moniker. Andiamo Fica directly translates to "Let's go, cunt." Though he swears he was innocent, they found Ruse guilty of conduct prejudicial to the interest and or image of racing, as well as providing false evidence to race officials, and disqualified him for 18 months.
Oh, man.
And he's not allowed... The Andiamo... Let's go, cunt will not be allowed to race until her name has been changed and approved.
But she answers to it now. I can't. Just going to confuse her.
So who do you think? We got the cocaine purse, we got the fish, the googly eyes, and we got the let's go, cunt.
I think it's a tie between the googly eyes and the cocaine purse. Because if someone really actually thought, they were like, it blew out of the window. It was a very mysterious happening.
Yeah, did you ever see American Beauty? Those bags fly.
Right?
It just happened to be beautiful right into my...
beautiful thing I've ever seen.
Or smelled.
I'm so fucking high right now.
Yeah. Whoever smelt it, dealt it. No, I didn't deal it. No, I'm not a dealer. Damn it. I keep on adding these charges. And now we're going to get to the close encounter of the stupid kind.
Yay.
If you need to use the bathroom, if you want to get a quick cigarette, if you need another drink, do so right now, because shit is about to get real.
Let's hear it.
So, last Saturday, I'm going to move, right?
Yep.
Friday, the day before,
That's how the calendar works.
I called. I'm just going to let you know. Every time you interrupt me, it's just adding to the story. And the last time I told it, I clocked it in around 40 minutes.
Oh my god, we don't have that kind of time. Go ahead.
So, you keep your shit to yourself. If you want to go, oh wow, oh, that's crazy, that's weird. But you're going to have a lot of questions of like, why didn't they couldn't they?
Just go.
There's a lot of answers that happen later on.
It's 40 minutes. You're building.
I'm just saying, like when you think about stories in the classic sense, there was more pomp and circumstance. I'd be wearing a puffy collar. I would have syphilis.
Do you want fancy music?
No.
Okay.
Maybe in post.
Yeah.
So I'm. This is the end of the last weekend of September. This is when this is happening. It's important to know because I booked my truck on September 11th. Why? Because I set a reminder to not forget.
Yikes. Go on.
Right. Terrible, but that's how I remember things with tragedies. No, but just I remember that day. It's 2.5 weeks in advance. Should be enough time to rent a U-Haul truck. I need a 20-foot truck, and that's it. So Friday, 8 a.m., I call the place that I'm supposed to be picking my truck up from in 23 hours. I'm supposed to pick it up at 7 a.m. He says, I don't have that truck. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, I don't have that kind of truck. You're going to have to call them and figure it out. I'm like, wow, dude, this is great customer service. So I have to call the U-Haul bullshit hotline, and after like 15 minutes of being on hold, I'm going to stop real quick. It's important to know there are no lies in this story. It's going to sound crazy and unbelievable that this all happened to one person. This is 100% true. So I call the number, get Katie on the phone. I say, Katie, the place I called doesn't have my truck. What am I supposed to do? She says, oh, you looked it up in the system? Well, it says here you're picking it up at this location, which is location number 2. I'm like, I reserved it for location number 1, which is right down the street from my house. She's like, well, it's at location number 2. I looked up location number 2 in their system. Doesn't exist in their system. She's sending me to a location that does not exist physically in their system. But anyway, it's an hour away from me if I were to go there. It's an hour away. It's like, Katie, that's I can't do that. They don't open till 8. I have movers coming at 9 o'clock. I need the truck at 7, which is why I have it at 7 o'clock. So she's like, okay, we'll see if we can find you a truck. She starts looking it up. After a few minutes of searching, he's like, there are no trucks available. So what do you mean there's no trucks available? Like, I just had I'm reserved for a truck for tomorrow. There are no trucks available. There are no 20-foot trucks available within a 100-mile radius of your location. Mind you, that includes the truck that I'm supposedly picking up at this fake location tomorrow. Doesn't exist. No 20-foot trucks within a 100-mile radius. So I said, okay, well, what's the next? She said, you can get a different size truck if you want. I said, oh, okay, yeah, I need it. What's the next size up you have? Well, it's a 26-foot truck. I said, okay, what's the closest 26-foot truck you have? Just typing in. There are no 26-foot trucks within a 100-mile radius of your location. I said, okay, Katie.
Find me a fucking truck.
So hard not to say that because I'm trying to be that person where it's like I'm frustrated, obviously, but I'm not cursing her out because it's not her fault. It's about to be her fault. Yeah. I said, okay, Katie, what's the next size down truck you have? She said, that's a 17-foot truck. I said, okay, what is the closest 17-foot truck you have available? Do you know what she's going to say?
Not 100 miles.
There is not a 17-foot truck available within a 100-mile radius of your location. I said, Katie, what the fuck? She said, will 2 10-foot trucks work? I said, I'm not going to cut my furniture in half. I need a big truck. And for one person to drive. I'm one person. So she's like, okay, well, hold on, let me look. It puts me back on hold for another 10 minutes. She comes back. Well, because mind you, I'm supposed to pick it up in Illinois, drive it to Indiana, and drop it off in Indiana because I'm moving out of state. She says, well, I found a truck, but you'd have to drop it off from the same location you picked it up at the same day. I was like, fucking excuse me? Why can't I just drop it off? Well, because someone's using the truck tomorrow or the day after. I was like, oh, so you want me to pick the truck up in Illinois, drive it to Indiana, and then drive it back to Illinois, and then I drive myself home to Indiana? She said, yeah, it's what's available. I said, you know what, fine, I'll get the truck, I'll deal with it later. I'm not going to have to pay for the difference, like, I'm not going to have to pay for the extra mileage that I'm driving, right? Yeah, you are. I said, Katie, why am I having to pay for your mistake? She says, it's the only truck that's available. So she's got me proper bent over a barrel. I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to get the truck and fucking deal with it tomorrow or the day after, whatever. So she puts in the reservation herself. I know this because she said, I put the reservation in myself. Is confirmed. Mind you, in the system, it still shows location number 1. But this is at location number 3 now. That's 15 minutes away from me. So I have a confirmed rental at location number 3. I'm like, that's great. Can I have their phone number? Because I want to call them just for my own sake. She's like, oh yeah, it'd probably make you feel better just to make sure that you have the truck, because you know. So I get off the phone with her. I call them. I say, hi, I'm just calling to confirm my truck for tomorrow. The reservation was just made. And he said, I'm supposed to be picking up at 7 a.m. He's like, well, we don't do 24-hour pickups of trucks of that size. And we open at 8. So as soon as you can get it is 8. I'm like, all right, well, I guess we can do that. And he said, okay, hold on. He puts me on hold for a couple minutes. Comes back, can I get your number so I can just call you back? I'm like, wow, this is a lot of work for this. But yeah. 10 minutes later, I get a call from Katie. It's Katie, everybody. So the truck's not available. I say, Katie, you made the reservation yourself. You confirmed it. Yeah, it's not available. I say, okay, Katie. Then where the fuck's my truck? I need a truck. Well, hold on. Let me look for one. So she goes back on hold for another 5-10 minutes. Okay, I found another truck. Same deal. You gotta pick it up, but you gotta drive it back the same day. Okay, just give me the fucking truck. She's like, okay, it's at location number 4, which is about 10 minutes from me. So, okay, we're getting closer now. I can pick it up at 7 a.m.? Yes, you can pick it up at 7 a.m. They have 24-hour service? They have 24-hour service. So I said, can I have their phone number? She's like, I talked to them. They confirmed the truck is on the lot right now. Your truck is on the lot right now. Yeah. So I said, okay, can I have their number? Because I don't believe you. She said, oh, yeah, sure, here's the number. I said, thank you, Katie. I call them. So I'm calling to confirm my truck for tomorrow. Yeah, we got your truck, but we don't do 24-hour pickup. I said, what? Oh, yeah, listen, Katie just said. It's like, okay, well, here's the thing. We don't do the normal 24-hour pickup because, like, what you're supposed to do 24-hour pickup, if they're not open, they have a little lockbox on the wall where the key gets put in there and use the app to check in. So then it gives you the code. So you can pick it up when someone's not there. They don't have the lockbox. What this guy's going to do, Nick is the guy at this U-Haul place, right? He's the go-to guy. He takes care of all the problems. Nick says, someone's going to call you by 7 o'clock, and we're going to tell you where we hid the key. This motherfucker's going to put it in the bushes outside of a business on a main road.
Oh, my God.
So I could pick up my truck at 7 a.m. So I said, okay, you know what? Cool. We'll fucking roll with this. This is at like 10:30 in the morning, or 10 o'clock in the morning now. So I end up being an hour and a half late to work while trying to deal with all this. I'm like, I got Nick. He's my guy. He's going to get me at the truck tomorrow. He's going to hide the key in the bushes. Oh. 7 o'clock comes around. I call them. I said, hey, I talked to Nick. He's got a truck for 7. And the guy said, oh, you talked to Nick. Oh, hold on. Let me call him, and I'll call you back. calls me back 45 minutes later. Hey, so I can't wait any longer, but the truck that was supposed to be here isn't, so you won't be able to pick up the truck at 7. I said, yeah, I was told the truck confirmed on the lot. It was there. Nick, you said, yeah, you can come at 8 and there'll be one here.
And this is U-Haul?
This is all U-Haul.
Is there no other truck company?
Oh, there is, but right. I had Budget Truck one click away from confirming when she said, hold on, I got the truck with this guy, Nick. I'm like, oh, Nick's going to hide a key in the bushes? Sounds like this dude's willing to do whatever it takes. I finally found my guy.
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't need Budget.
That motherfucker lied to you.
I got Nick. So I can go there at 8 o'clock and there will be a truck there. I'm like, there's not a truck there now, and you're telling me it will be here?
Are they going to hide the key under the rock?
So because they open at 8. So now, this is 7:45. I get this phone call. I can pick it up from location number 4 at 8 a.m. 8:30 comes around. I get a confirmation email from the automatic system U-Haul. Confirmation email confirming my truck reservation at location number 3. I said, what the fuck is this? They must have figured it out. Katie must have figured it out with them, and it's way too late for anyone to talk to me. But this is great. I could be there at 8 a.m. Next day, 8 a.m. comes around. My brother and I are at location number 3. Hi, I'm here for my truck. Do you have a reservation number or a confirmation email? Damn right I do. Here it is. And he's like, after a couple of minutes, well, we're going to have to call traffic and figure this out. I'm like, what do you mean? It's a confirmation email. He calls. Guess who picks up?
Katie.
It's fucking Katie.
Never goes home.
Working another day. I'm starting to think she is trapped in a U-Haul truck that has never been returned, which is why she doesn't know how to get out.
Right.
It's my truck, actually. And it's just constantly driving around going, I bet you want this. It's 101 miles away, just this giant circle.
Ugh.
Katie gets on the phone. I said, Katie, where's my truck? She said, I thought we talked about this. It's at location number 4. I said, Katie, I understand you said location number 4, but then 10 hours after you told me location number 4, I got a confirmation email for location number 3. Well, it's still in the system still as location number 4. Like, this automatic system switched me to a location that doesn't exist and now sent me a confirmation for a truck that doesn't exist. So, we leave location number 3 and go to location number 4. There's my truck. Got it. I finally have the truck. They have a problem with their computer, so they can't pre-authorize my credit card. But just send me on my way. It's fine because I put the credit card in online, so it's in the system. We just haven't done the running it. I get a call a few hours later. Hey, the card you're using it's not working. And that's when I silently chuckled to myself, ha ha ha, that's the card that got canceled 2 days ago. Psych. So I had to give my updated card number. Brand new card, fully working, ton of money on it. It's pre-authorized and good to go. I got my truck back to the house at like 8:55. The movers are coming at 9. They say, okay, it's going to be between 9 and 10 because we're coming from the city. They show up at 10:45. So now my movers that I have scheduled in Indiana at 1:30, I have to push back because the movers here are fucking an hour 45 after I had booked.
What movers did you get?
I used movinghelp.com, which, by the way, is a partner of U-Haul.
Awesome.
Yeah. Don't use it. It's like Uber, or not Uber. It's like Grubhub for moving services. So you go online and it's a bunch of...
We have a thing, Dolly, which is like Uber for moving.
Yeah.
You call the guy, and like if you say like, I have a couch I'm bringing to the house.
Yeah, that's for individual things.
No, I know, but the guy he works for, he owns his own
thing.
So now we just call Teamer, is his name. Probably Russian mafia. They always wear the jogging suits and everything.
Yeah.
And speak in Russian. But Teamer's always good for a call to be like, hey, we do this. And he's like, do a new big truck? No, we're good. Just regular van's fine. Okay, if you need a big truck, let me know. Anyway.
So I have to call the Indiana movers to reschedule them for later. Well, we already have an appointment after yours. I said, is there any way you can get them to switch with me? Well, hold on, let me call you. So I get a call back 10 minutes later. Yeah, we can switch it, so we'll be there at 3:30 instead. So this is fantastic. Everything's coming up Millhouse. So the movers, besides being really fucking late, did a good job. Got taken care of everything. Got it done within the 2-hour window that I booked them for, and headed off. Get to Indiana. We have to wait till 3:30 for the new movers to show up. They show up right on time. Three-man crew. One guy has 8.5 fingers. Now I went through and did the nice thing of marking my boxes with bright orange duct tape. I said, bright orange duct tape boxes go upstairs to my bedroom. Everything else goes down in the basement. With all 3 guys, I had to tell each of them at least twice, hey, where does this go? I said, orange tape up in the bedroom. Everything else down in the basement. This doesn't have tape. Where does this go?
The basement.
The basement. But now, 8.5 finger guy is bringing boxes in, and he's essentially walking in the front door and putting them. So there's the front walkway that there's the stairs to go upstairs, and then immediately after that is the basement. And there's a little reading room off to the other side of that. So he's coming in, dropping these boxes just inside the other reading room. So it's out of the hallway, but it's blocking, can you guess, all my furniture when the other guys are bringing it in, and they can't get around it because 8.5 finger guy can't bother to follow the simple rules of orange upstairs, everything else downstairs. It's fucking easy. So, ends up my giant couch and my china cabinet will not fit in the house because they're supposed to go downstairs. They just don't fit. So now I have to get a storage unit. The problem is everything's been pushed back so far. So it's 4:45. Everything in the area closes at 5. Except for one business that is open till 7. I'm going to give you bonus points if you can guess which business is open until 7.
U-Haul?
It's U-Haul. Even more bonus points. It's the U-Haul place that I was supposed to drop my truck off at originally. So the movers load the couch and the china cabinet back up on the couch, or on the truck. My brother and I drive it over to the fucking U-Haul place. I buy one of their locks. I get their insurance. I do all the bells and whistles you're supposed to do. It's going to be $100 a month extra to store this shit. Whatever. I have to take care of it. We unload it, lock it all up, secure it tightly. Everything's good to go. Drive off the lot with the U-Haul truck that I should just be leaving there.
Your car's back in Illinois anyway.
My car's actually in Indiana because I followed the truck. My brother drove the truck because I put like the really, really fragile shit in my car. So
I would have just said to them, I'm leaving this here. Handle it.
No, because I really, really wanted to do that. But I did not want to screw over the next person because it wouldn't hurt U-Haul. It would hurt the next person who's going to have to deal with Katie. They're going to have their own Katie story. I can't give someone another Katie story.
You're nicer than I am.
So, drive the truck all the way back. Go to drop it off. To use a 24-hour drop-off, you have to use the U-Haul app. And you get to the point where it says, just have to confirm that you are at the location you're supposed to be. Click here to share your location. So I clicked it. And nothing. So I clicked it. And nothing. So I clicked it, and I clicked it, and I clicked it. I clicked it hard, and I clicked it a little bit longer, and I clicked it. I double-clicked. Nothing's happening on this fucking app. It's broken. I have to use their mobile site, which takes at least twice as long. But at least when you click share my location, it goes, oh, okay, I'm supposed to do something when you do that, right?
Right.
So I'm going through the process, and then finally, the very last step, authorize payment on the card that you already have? Yes. Sorry, can't use the card that you already have on here. I said, why the fuck not? Of course, there's no one there I can talk to to just deal. I can't just drop it off and go, we'll deal with this tomorrow. It has to be done. It's starting to rain. I'm outside in the rain on my smartphone trying to figure out why my credit card, which is fully working, won't work. I have to use a second credit card. So now I have 2 credit cards with very large holds on it from U-Haul just so I can return this truck that I didn't want to fucking drive back in the first place. And we leave. This is Saturday. Saturday night, I get home, I'm exhausted because I had to help both movers because they're both inept. Sunday goes by, I'm just exhausted, physically exhausted, mentally too, and I just don't do anything. Monday morning, I'm driving to work because now I'm commuting from Indiana to Illinois. It's about an hour drive now, so it's not crazy. I mean, I work with people who make longer commutes in the state.
Right.
It's not like it's that good of a job. That's how it works. I'm driving for the first time to my job from my new house. So I have the GPS on. I'm not answering any phone calls. I don't want to listen to that. I get to work. I listen to the voicemail I got from an Indiana number. I'm like, what? I was here for 2 days. How am I getting phone calls from there already? I said, hi, this is Christina with such and such U-Haul. I was doing my rounds this morning. I just want to confirm. I noticed your unit didn't have a lock on it, and it was empty, and I wanted to confirm that you moved out. You can call me back at this number, and I want to confirm that you moved out. I said, excuse me? What a very fucking casual way to say you were robbed. I call back that number that she gave me. It's the goddamn U-Haul switchboard.
Katie.
It's not Katie. It's not Katie. I wish it were Katie.
Right.
Last time I talked to Katie, I said, Katie, I never want to talk to you again. Thank you. I never want to talk to you ever again. It's the fucking switchboard. And now the way their system works is you cannot physically make a call to any U-Haul place. You call the switchboard, and in their system, they send a direct message to that store saying you need to call this person back. Not that, hey, pick up the phone, pick up the line. It's just call this person. So I'm at the mercy of these fucking people. I call and say, I need them to call me right now because I got a message saying I was fucking robbed. Okay, well, I put in the system they should call you, right away. Okay, an hour goes by. I call the fucking switchboard again. You need to get someone on the fucking phone because someone told me I was robbed. I'm a state away, and I'm going to call the police. Get someone on the phone. Well, it shows here that there are 2 people on the system right now, so they should see this message right away. Between the first call and the time that this woman finally called me back was 4 hours. And we're gonna segue to this is the ray of light, because
were you robbed or not?
This is the ray of light,
God.
the ray of light, because the story has a happy, albeit still kind of fucked up ending.
Yay!
It makes me not want to blow up the world, but it's certainly U-Haul. She was calling to confirm that she made a mistake. I think I'm getting dyslexic. Yeah, I read the numbers wrong or something. Yeah, I think I'm getting dyslexic. She said, I think I'm getting dyslexic. I think I'm getting the flu.
I went and caught dyslexia.
It's that time of year where you just become fucking stupid. So, turns out, I wasn't robbed, but I don't know this because after that second phone call I made to the U-Haul place, I called my boss in to cover for me at work so I could drive to the fucking U-Haul place to confirm for myself because I'm not getting anyone on the phone. So I'm like 10 minutes away from work.
Right.
I'm 10 minutes into my drive to Indiana when I get this fucking call saying that I think I'm getting dyslexic. She is sorry for any of the unneeded stress that she may have caused. But everything's fine with the unit. I said, with as much bullshit as your company, not just you, but your company has put me through the last 2 days, I don't believe you. I understand. Yeah. So I can put a note on there that says that you're coming tonight, so you can check it out. And so I get there. Everything's fucking fine. Literally completely untouched. She just read everything wrong, and she's fucking stupid. And after that, I finally get a phone call from essentially Katie's boss, who, when I first found out something was wrong with the truck, I complained on Twitter. If you ever have an issue with a company, like a major company, this is why you need a Twitter account. Because you can complain on Twitter and someone will get to you instantly. April got in touch with me instantly. She said, could you please send me your customer information and the reservation number? I said, I'm not getting a free coffee out of this, am I? She didn't understand what I was saying.
Right.
That part I lied about because of the story that I just found. But no, so I sent her my information, and I said, the whole time I'm talking to Katie, I am corresponding with April via Twitter. DMs, though. She slid into the DMs. You know what I'm saying? And I was telling her, my truck was given away. They booked it at a place that's an hour away that doesn't exist. Oh, they found a truck, but now I have to pay for driving it back because you guys fucked up. And she's like, why are you supposed to pay for that? I'm like, that's what I'm asking, April. I'm asking you. You are doing this to me. She's like, well, I opened a ticket for you, and I sent this to my boss directly, so he'll get back to you. He'll call you today. This was Friday morning. He didn't call Friday. He didn't call Saturday. He didn't call Sunday. He called me Monday while I'm dealing with this theft. Again, I was driving. Didn't answer. It was a local number. It was a local number to here. So I figured, I don't know this number, but it's local. We'll see what it is. It's the voicemail. Hey, this is Kevin, the regional director of traffic. I forget his title, but he's like the guy that's Katie's boss.
Right.
And give him a call back at this number. So I call that number back. It's a switchboard. Because God forbid, you fucking...
Give me a direct number.
You talk to anyone at U-Haul. All they want to do is play defense. You can't talk to anyone.
Keep away, keep away.
So after a few hours, he calls me back, and with a very somber tone, is just saying, so I see all the things that happened with your truck rental experience. We really dropped the ball on this one. I want to give you a $100 refund on your card. And I say, Kevin, thank you. What do you need from me?
$100?
Because that more than paid for my mileage and gas for the return trip for the truck. I know. Everyone I've told when I say this is the restitution I got, they're like, fuck that.
Should have been free.
Believe me, I am with you. I am not sitting here going, no. They gave me a third of my money back. I'm pretty happy. No. It's just, I wasn't robbed and I got some money back. I don't get me wrong. I would wish everything could have been free. I did rent a truck and drive it to somewhere. So my thing of paying for the truck and the mileage, as a consumer, I'm not upset about paying for. But as a consumer who was so fucking raked over the coals and bent over a barrel and just they shoved a glass-covered bat up my ass.
See, I think for that amount of money, you get that back.
This all happened within a 48-hour period, and that was just the very end of my move. The whole month leading up to it was
crazy,
was insane, which is why we didn't get to record any stupids for a while now.
Yeah.
But now I'm settled in. I'm on a schedule, and now we can record whenever. So we'll get the next few episodes out to end the season, and we will not be taking a really long break like we normally would in between seasons, because this has been such a nightmare to try to record. So we were maybe like a week or two just to give a semblance of, oh, it's the season.
Right.
But we will not be taking a very long break at all. And never, ever, 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 ever use U-Haul. Because, good God, everything, aside from the truck breaking down or getting stolen, everything else on the checklist of what could go wrong seemed to have gone wrong. And I will never use a U-Haul truck in my life. If nothing else comes out of this story, I just want even one less person to use U-Haul.
Right.
I want to use this platform of stupid jokes and vaguely racist humor, terrible voice work, fun skits, just awful singing on both of our parts, really.
Oh, yeah.
Just to tell you, don't ever use U-Haul.
Never use U-Haul.
Never use U-Haul in your life. But so I'm choosing to have that be the ray of light, that I wasn't robbed and I got a little bit of money back. Because that is the only thing that kept me from not going on a murder spree. So it was my own personal ray of light. And I share with you.
Where can they find us online?
You can find us individually on Twitter at PatrickNewsom42.
That's me.
At Hungry as a Bear. That's me. You can follow the entire DVM production empire at uhaul.com. At the DVMPE on Twitter. You can find this podcast by looking for us on Facebook and YouTube for Stupids Talking Stupid. And you can find us on iHeartRadio. Just under podcast, look for Stupids. And you'll find us.
Number one. And you can find all the rest of the things we do on dvmpe.com.
Vampire.
That's going to do it for this week. For Stupid Talking Stupid, I'm Patrick.
And I'm Bear.
And we'll talk to you later.